Hey Space Watchers, and welcome back. It is the end of the 18th ESPI Autumn Conference here in Vienna. We had a wonderful 2 days full of information and full of engaging discussions on stage. The theme was from ambitions to implementations, and I'm asking that all my guests here that I had the chance to talk to. And my guest now is, and you might recognize him, it's Dr. Walther Pelzer, the Director General of the German Space Agency at the DLR. Walther, how are you doing?
Perfect. Wonderful event, wonderful place, and I'm happy here with you.
Thank you very much. So, again, the theme was from ambitions to implementations. And you focused in your keynote on that very much. So how ambitious is Germany in the space defense sector? And I'm very precise on the defense side here.
Well, actually, it's not up to me to talk about the defense sector. Nevertheless, I think Germany plays a key role when it comes to space and defense, because Germany is an integrated part with 5E, for example. We have very good cooperations with our European partners, especially with France. So from this point of view, I think we are well set up. And one of our key points we have as a military and civil infrastructure is, of course, UDEM, where we have das Weltraumkommando, I call it in the German word, and Weltraumzentrum, where we actually have joint forces from civil side and military side doing SSA and SST, and where we are going to set up the European catalog for elements, for space debris and other elements, which is a very important part of the European approach for space, let's say, resilience.
To quote you on your keynote, you mentioned ambitions means money. Do we have enough of that?
First of all, yes, I think we need to have more money, but budget does not mean cash flow. And what we have to improve on a European level is that the money we commit flows fast and very well organized into industry and science. And there we have to speed up. We have to speed up our internal business processes on a European level, because it makes no sense if we invest more budget, but it does not boil down to contracts. So from this point of view, we need to have more money for space, but also we need to accelerate our internal business processes that the budget translate into contracts for industry and also for science.
So the agency as an anchor customer, that's the mantra behind that, right?
Well, actually, this is less the topic of an anchor customer. That's actually the time between commitment and putting into practice. We are too slow.
Okay. In the last days, we heard very often here resilience and innovation are needed, are a driver, are something that we are lacking. And it got, in most of the panels, a lot of attention. And in your keynote, you connected it with Geo-Return. Can you elaborate on that a bit for us?
Well, for me, it's kind of pointing out the obvious, but of course, if you want, I do so. Geo-Return is actually key and basis for a diverse industrial infrastructure. Member states of the ESA are willing to pay money to ESA due to the fact that they get a return on their investment, other than with the money they give to the European Union, which is also good. But if they invest into the ESA model with the principle of Geo-Return, they know that they can develop capabilities, that they have access to innovation. And due to that fact that we have diverse member states developing capabilities, industrial structures, we create diversity and we create resilience. And resilience is one of the very important topics when it comes to security.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that was mentioned. So the last quote I would like to bring up here to our audience, and that was a very interesting one, and I never thought about it before, is you mentioned without Geo-Return there would be no ESA, or there will be no ESA. Why not?
also a very, very simple topic. Geo-Return is the backbone of ESA because, as I mentioned, there are a lot of member states in ESA. Some member states with bigger budgets, some member states with smaller budgets. But each member state knows if he invests in ESA, he gets a return on his money. Yeah, he gets a return. So he has an interest. He can develop some technologies, capabilities. It's something where their investment boils down to skills they might not develop on their own. If we reduce this principle of Geo-Return and they just hand over money, like to the European Union, they have no clue whether they will get something. So the interest into ESA would be reduced, and especially member states with smaller capabilities, industrial capabilities, with smaller budget, would just withdraw their commitments, their financial commitment, and that would be bad for Europe's space ecosystem because we know that the European space ecosystem budget-wise is very small, and that would harm it, and we have to go the other way around. We have to increase the ecosystem, we have to increase the budget so that there's more interest, more appetite to start businesses in this ecosystem.
Dr. Walther Pelzer, thank you very much for this really thought-provoking statements. I think that will resonate with a few of our audience, maybe not with all of them, but at least it makes you thinking. Thank you very much for your time, and with that, Space Watch out.
Thank you very much.